Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, oh boy, sometimes the people in this game seem really stupid to me. I love it so much, and this old bag is hilarious. It's making even Edgeworth confused, which is even funnier to me, but we started investigating everything, and then we finally went to court. And yeah, there hasn't really been much other than that. She hasn't been making a lot of sense, really, but let's continue her testimony. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Mr. Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. What if they showed up before 1? The time of poor Hammer's death was true. The only person I saw... Hold it! Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking past me at all. Nobody's suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. Can I hold it again? What about before you got to the guard station? There we go. You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then, and I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, they had, I would have seen them. Not necessarily. Are you sure? Oh, shit! The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him... Edgy boy. Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags has a way of skipping over important details, after all. For all that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Oh, I didn't mean to hold it. Whoops, wrong button. How do you know that? And didn't I just explain? Abe Dunnock's the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. See, Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. I think we did we... Wait a second. No one else went there. Hadn't. Hold up. Objection. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I see nothing faulty. No! Unfortunately, I will have to... No! How could he have gone there if... What the fudge? Like, he couldn't have gone in there, now that I really think about it, because we have his card key. We actually have his card key. Like, what else do we present? Because we pressed on every single thing, but... Trying to think. Time of death was 2:30 p.m. True? Yes. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Yes, of course. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. We'll make sure I was... Oh, yeah. I mean, can we present the photo again? Hold on. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. One more time. Photo was taken by this camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer at the guard station records all security cam data. Oh. You know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. The computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back, the photo printed out October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know what that means. It was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is... Oh, it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo that day. Don't you think that's odd? Oh, whoops, I was reading her voice. It says, shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Oh, man. Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. The evidence shows that no one but 2 people went through the studio that day. Yep, there's only data for one of those photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
Eh? Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper.
The only person I saw
That day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
And the witness explained this to the court.
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help.
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Gosh.
Alright, the other person.
Every day after I finish the guard duties, I have one important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn to the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Alright. Cross-examination. Every day after I finish the guard duties, I have one other important job to do. Go through the photos. Okay. Throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
You can tell by looking at their faces for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. To think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Whoops! That's not what I wanted to do. Press the wrong button. I meant to press... Hold that. Well, who the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging out. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one else could get in. Those are your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased...
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What?
Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by that gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a steel samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh, yes. Well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume that would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Possible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. The court will take 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. No forgetting vital information this time. Why do they always forget vital information? Oh, man. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go out to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
Who was the steel samurai in the photo?
How should I know? The steel samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should have taken better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone wanting to steal a steel samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? Doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, what are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start by targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right.
And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. Not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick.
It's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Gosh. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution thoughts on this matter? Prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went through the studios is a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. Call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, of Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? Defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let's hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not take kindly to accusing the innocent. You accuse someone who's obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. But the stakes weren't high enough. Okay. So who was the person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed this crime? Could have committed the murder? Well, we know that the grade school boy can't, because he can't wield it. Like, he's just too small. He's 10. Like, the heck? And it's a moderately heavy weapon. The assistant girl, she could have, but I don't know. She's the only one who stands up for her. I honestly think it's the security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Who?
The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whenever the suit, or whoever was in the suit, knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they'd been watching the action scene run through. There's only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper!
Order! Order! Is it true, Oldbag?
Oldbag, that's Miss Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes too, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it?
Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something.
My move. Maybe now's my chance to take this whole thing away. I think we should press further. Yeah, I think we have to. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt that Miss Oldbag's actions that day.
But, why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Just wait a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds, tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
But proof?
Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof. It would be the samurai spear. Would it? Wouldn't it be the samurai spear? No! The card key! The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. What would the witness commit to this? The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh man!
Wait a second!
I'm not going to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me, I'm talking. Oh great, stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? Like, whom? Huh, you mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify.
The Alba Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something.
There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to accuse me, or if you're going accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. But, Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? And you've been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. What do we cross-examine? What the heck? Like, there were some other people at the studio the day of the murder. Who? Who are those people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course!
Well, yes, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where?
In the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2.
Well, if you look at the guide map. Yep. Go through the gate and go all the way to the left. Path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions. I need to take a break. Like, I don't... learn that there were others at Global Studios on the day of the question. The director and the producer and there some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is possible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Court acknowledges the defense's point. Prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Mr. Oldbag. More information about these two people we have has just been told off. Understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings of the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. Court adjourned. What the heck? Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Or should I Well, we'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. Oh, whoops. We have to find out more about the director and the producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. And now's my chance to get some material for the cross. Hey, Nick. Have we just figured out who it was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Miss Powers? I don't think it was her. I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know, but I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor Old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points out there with or without any accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right. We'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Aww. To be continued. And for the first time, I think, that is where we're going to end the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. But I will see you guys next time.